You're now tuned into the Pod Awful channel. Pod Awful.
Bi-quarterly Women's Social Club.
Dazed and Convicted.
Pool Party Radio.
Show Kane.
The Devil's Advocates.
The Projection Booth.
Awful Flips.
PodAwful.net.
I
have control of your TV set. Are you receiving me?
Mommy, they're coming.
Yo, this is the Devil's Advocates podcast with my niggas Ben and Josh.
Why would we think that we should make a podcast?
The woes of middle-class life.
Oh, yeah.
Find the show online at wearethedevilsadvocates.com, my niggas.
You're getting the real shit right here, and I do mean shit.
And for even more of their ignorant ass shit, go to their Facebook page at facebook.com/wearethedevilsadvocates. Bitch!
This is Alexis, Texas.
This is Aurora Snow, and you're listening to The Devil's Advocates.
I give Canada just about zero credit for anything.
Niggas want pulled pork and shit.
He was fucking my mouth, and it hit my gag reflex.
Man, fuck you!
Federalist Papers explain the Constitution.
Oh, okay.
Are you asking me a question or you're patronizing me?
Oh, hi. Hello.
Good day,
Welcome
sir.
to another episode of the show of which you are listening to, entitled The Devil's Advocates podcast, featuring me and Josh and our pal Phil.
Hello.
Felipe.
And we should have started the recording sooner because we were having quite an amusing conversation.
Blown our wad.
But we may as well jump right into it because what we were talking about has to do with what we were going to talk about anyway.
It's very current affairs.
So rather than just kind of like lick each other's ass for 5 minutes before we actually do anything, why don't we just start doing something?
Yeah, let's get to the substance of the matter.
Do we have substance?
There's some in my car if you need some.
Yes! Let's start this right.
Well, in that case, we always need substance. We were talking about terrorists, terror-loving terrorists.
Oh, they're so scared.
They're very frightening and very scared. And the television.
There's something very terrifying about a big brown man screaming in Arabic at you, wielding a knife.
I think any large man of any color screaming Arabic would scare me.
True. They're usually a brownish tint.
Because think of other people in that whole world of butchering and terrorism, like Chechens. I'd be scared of them.
Yeah,
Chechen rebels and shit.
But I'm scared of them on a whole different level, just because they've got that Russian badassery mixed in with them.
That's true, yep.
Yeah.
But something about a white guy yelling Arabic at me isn't nearly as scary as a brown man, because I feel like the browner ones have a much more real connection to Islam. The white guys that
when
grew
did you
up
become
here.
such a fucking Ku Klux Klan member, you racist?
No, I'm actually supporting them in the sense that they are more committed to their cause, whereas white people
Of hatred and destruction.
Well, no, see, white people are just as committed to that. It's just not that specific version of hatred and destruction.
Uh-huh.
We like our hatred and destruction more on a simple level.
We do?
Yes. Beating each other with baseball bats. They get way too over their heads by cutting off other people's.
This sounds like you've done a lot of research on the subject.
I have.
Yeah. Sounds like you know what you're talking about, definitely.
I'm just saying, a white guy screaming Arabic is not nearly as scary as a browner guy speaking it. Or yelling it at you, I should say.
I disagree. Anyone screaming Arabic at me, and I'm frightened. I'm scared. The television program Vice, which is on HBO, and it's a lovely show. They go to all the scary places on Earth that I would never go and interview scary people. So they managed to get a Skype call with some Canadian dude who left Canada to go join ISIS. ISIS, if you don't know, is the lovable band of ragtag characters that get into mischief and hijinks, and then they behead people. And they're terrorists or something.
It would make a delightful sitcom.
Yeah, it probably would. I
said I'd watch.
I thought of a funny idea to parody the whole beheading videos. I don't think the world is ready for it.
Let's build up to that.
Yeah.
The great reveal.
So the guy is now over in ISIS, and he was able to Skype this dude, and so they interviewed him about, like, hey, why all the beheading? Why all the hate and such? And as it turns out, all of his answers to like the questions were far more reasonable and intelligent than I ever could have imagined.
At least for the first part.
For no part.
How dare you?
Why don't we take a little listen?
Let's take a listen.
What, Phil? You got something?
No, I was gonna say, yeah. Let's.
Oh,
listen.
okay. I
haven't heard this. So
I thought I was
very-
cutting you off.
We heard another
Hello.
voice.
Hi.
Hi, terrorist. How are you?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, how's it going over there in ISIS land? How's the beheadings?
So where are you right now, friend? We're in New York.
He's like, where are you?
Where are you right now?
You don't need to know.
Fuck you. I'm not telling you. You could come and behead me.
Just the way he asked that, too. It sounded so threatening. It's like, where are you?
Where are you? Well, he's probably.
You tell me now.
Well, he's angry because he's talking. He's using Skype, so he's talking into his computer. So he's probably like confused.
Are you here? Are you in
Where
the computer?
Are you in my screen? What is this? What is this Western culture wizardry? Stop it!
And you're in Mosul?
Yes, I am.
How long have you been in Mosul?
About a month.
A month?
I was in Anbar before. I was in Anbar.
How did you get? How do you guys get recruited to go to fight?
How did you decide to hate everyone and everything and want them all to be dead?
By the way, this terrorist has the worst Canadian accent I've ever heard.
I don't know what accent it is. It's like I don't really hear any Canadian. It's like I don't know what it is. What nationality is that? What can you tell from what you saw when you watched the video? I don't know. I can't tell.
He was kind of brownish.
All right, racist. I'm not even going to ask you anything anymore.
I'm sorry. You ask where he's from. I'm telling you the color of his skin.
If you tell me what race someone is, that's racism.
You can't say it's racist if I name the color of their actual skin.
False. Society has taught me that referring to people by their race is racism because it's mean.
He is brownish, by the way. I can confirm that.
He is, but that's racist. You can't admit that he's brown for reasons. I don't know. Yeah, you can barely understand him, and at some point they get into like subtitles, so we'll make sure and read those for the listeners. We're so thoughtful.
In Syria and Iraq.
No one recruited me. Actually, no one spoke a single word to me.
No.
No one spoke a single word to me. I just woke up one morning and said, you know what I don't like? People's heads. They should not be on their bodies.
No, let's remove those. Another thing I really like about this part so far is the guy that's the terrorist. He's like, 19, maybe 20 years old or something like that?
Looks pretty young, yeah.
The dude from Vice that's interviewing him, what's he, like, about 40? Like, somewhere between, like,
Yeah,
38, 40? His reaction at that, like, so no one recruited you? No one recruited me. Uh-huh. That knowing tone of a father being like, uh-huh.
Like, that's right. You're young and you think things. That's cute.
That's adorable.
Yeah, that's good for you.
You left your nice Canadian life to live in the desert. Good job, asshole.
Yeah.
How's that working out?
Really well thought out, bonehead.
All I did, I opened the newspaper, I read the Quran. Very easy.
Read the what?
The Quran.
I opened the newspaper, and then I read the Quran.
You're doing the newspaper wrong. You don't open the newspaper and then read the Quran.
And use it as a placemat for the Quran.
Yeah, if you're open the newspaper, you read that first.
So you read the Quran, and the rest just solved itself. You figured you got to go to ISIS.
I mean, it makes sense when you think about it. Read the newspaper, you see that there's all these awful stories of things happening. Then you grab your nearest religious text, and you try to find the correlation between all the bad shit that's happening and the religious text.
But what if like a lot of the bad shit that's happening is being caused by the religion you're deciding to read?
Well.
Yes.
I'm very unhappy you asked that, because who the fuck knows? I guess fuck you?
Yeah, well, fuck you too then.
And you went...
And someone actually came to me 5 or 6 days before I left.
Yeah, so no one talked to me. Also, someone came to me 5 or 6 days before. This guy's the worst. Like, I hope he's representative of exactly, like, what exists in ISIS.
From what I've heard, like, from other podcasts and groups that are talking about... Like,
what other podcasts? There are no other podcasts. There's only us.
I'm sorry. Internet radio celebrities.
Okay.
There have been many discussions about, like, the true power of ISIS and everything. And it turns out it's, like, about 10 to 20,000, mostly between the ages of 15 to 22. So it's basically just a bunch of angry, angsty teenagers that are heavily armed by U.S. military
equipment.
Oh my
God, is this what happens when you just give weapons to emo kids?
Yeah.
Oh, dear God.
You get ISIS.
We could raise our own army instantly. We could just we can head down to fucking Hot Topic.
Oh, Jesus, if Hot Topic sold guns?
If we go down to Hot Topic and start handing out guns, and then we just, like, we start playing... Black Veil, what the fuck is that band? Black Veil Bride, I don't fucking know.
Whatever makes you cry at night.
My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy, I don't fucking know. We could play some of that shit and they'll just follow it over there.
Jesus.
And then they'll fight, I guess. I don't know. I don't really think it through.
We shall pit the emos against ISIS.
Yeah. By the way, when we were starting this conversation... The whole reason I wanted to get into it is because what you were about to say when you were like, oh, they're having a conversation on Skype, because that's how this interview is happening. Yeah. They're doing it over Skype. And there was like some weird, like, kind of Arabic music in the beginning. Yeah. And you didn't know where that music was coming from. You're like, oh no, I didn't know if that was like the terrorists, like, on hold music. like they have like a fucking phone tree with where they're accepting phone calls and they're bouncing into, like, their secretary. On hold. Put you on hold.
I'm sorry. It was humorous.
What?
It was humorous.
Oh, all right.
In Canada.
Yeah, in Canada. And this is the truth. All of their intelligence workers are imbeciles, FBI.
And this is the truth. All intelligence workers are imbeciles.
We outsmart them every time.
Yes. It is truth. Allah wills it.
So the Canadian police... CSIS. So CSIS interviewed you about going to Syria, being a terrorist. You said, no, I'm not.
I can't believe how someone that has extremist terrorist ideologies was sitting in front of you and you didn't capture them.
Who is he talking about?
He's saying that he's surprised that him, as someone who has all these terrorists...
didn't get caught.
Yeah.
But by who?
By
whom?
Canadian
the intelligence,
police, right?
Yeah, the Canadian intelligence. I don't know.
So this kid is so young. He's like bragging. He's like, oh, I didn't get caught by your authorities. Neener.
Yeah, it's like he didn't actually do anything. He probably went on a few forums and got all excited about, like, Muslim fundamentalism and shit like that, and realized, hey, no one's knocking at my door. These guys don't know what they're doing. And, like, everyone else on the forums are probably like, yeah, if they haven't caught you yet, you should come here and fight for us.
Yeah. Or it could just be that, in fact, no one cares that you want to go over there, because if you're over there, then you're not over here, and we all win. So it's like, oh no, we have to stop him from going away from our country so that he's not a problem to us anymore. Because, honestly, what the fuck problem is ISIS to us over there? It's a problem to people over there, but, like the people they're beheading, they're all people who are over there, which... Yeah, okay, you're supposed...
so don't go there. You'll be fine.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Don't fucking go... George Carlin had a great bit about that shit. When, what was that first big one? Daniel Berg that got beheaded years ago? Daniel Pearl.
Yeah.
And he got beheaded, and Carlin had this funny bit about... He's like, oh, yeah, he got beheaded? Oh, good, fuck him. Don't go to another person's country, stupid.
Yeah.
It's like, that sounds terrible... But what the fuck are you doing over there? Yeah. Really?
If you're not a soldier going over for war, and you're like, well, I'm a journalist, I got to go where the story is. No, you don't.
No,
you don't.
Fuck you. You don't. Don't bother. Fucking we'll send drones with cameras
and guns at the same time,
and a couple bombs just in case.
Yes, that'd be great.
Everything else for us is drones at this point. We'll fucking slap some cameras on there. You don't got to go over there. besides, like, why even bother? Like, to report on, like, the stories of, like, beheadings and shit is, like, legitimizing their whole thing. Like, when there's some, like, serial killer or someone who does some mass shooting, first thing they always do is, like, oh, don't give them any press, don't say their name, don't do anything. Well, why the fuck are we working so hard to cover this and getting people killed?
Yeah,
Let them go behead people over there then, fuck it.
Yeah, the minute there's a fucking beheading here, it's just every fucking breaking news. Another person beheaded. Find the video here.
Hey, sometimes I appreciate that. I don't want to have to go search for it.
Yeah, but it's actually kind of shocking that we don't have to go searching like we used to. Like, when I can get the direct link on fucking CNN.
Our skills used to be honed.
They'll censor the actual beheading, right? They'll go all the way up to the right before it happens.
Well, that's what fucking ISIS is pissing me off with, is that they are censoring their own videos.
Yeah, they more than anything else they're doing, that's what's really angering me, is that they're not showing the beheadings.
Seriously, though. It's like, and the worst part
more
is...
than the beheadings themselves, they won't show me. If you're going to do it, at least show me.
Yeah, but the worst part is it's such high quality.
I know the production quality is improved. Like,
yeah, and it never used to be. It used to be horrid.
Yeah, they got
using
fade-ins now.
Probably a teleprompter there. Seems like it.
Yeah. They probably have lighting rigs.
Yeah, there's no way that dude is just doing that shit off the cuff. President Obama. President Obama, if you don't stop interfering, we're going to behead more people.
I love Jihad John.
You stole my lolly. I want it back. You stop it now.
You took my toys.
ISIS out.
And didn't he put like a voice filter on the second video? Because for the first one, it seemed like
it's because he realized that they were fucking tracking his ass down, and they now know who the fuck he actually is.
Too late, though. What's the point?
No, like MI5 or whatever the hell the British intelligence service is like currently tracking his ass down, and he will be dead in like the next week or two.
Maybe.
They got fucking James Bond wannabes going in there.
Yeah, it doesn't really make any sense to me to be over there at all.
I feel like Jihad John is actually just living out the James Bond villain fantasy.
Maybe.
Like, he wants to be that ultimate bad guy. Like, he's probably like one of the most popular people in ISIS right now. Like, everyone's like, dude, it's Jihad John. He's the best. We love him.
Like, that's how
sit at our lunch table.
Like, over at ISIS, you know how like you went to a good party because like Jihad John shows up.
Exactly.
Doing keg stands.
Yeah, and you're like, oh fuck, Jihad John's here. Oh shit, it's gonna get crazy now, motherfuckers.
We're all gonna lose our heads.
Oh, you never know what's gonna happen with Jihad John. Oh, keg stands. Oh, here we go. Bring in the panty droppers. Bring in the burqa droppers. Oh, damn. Look at that bitch showing her face.
Some sweet ankle.
Oh, god damn. That bitch is hot. Look at that elbow. Jihad John, fucking party animal. Love Jihad John. I mean, I don't
chill with that guy.
I don't so much like the beheading part, but
I bet when he's right back, he's a pretty cool guy.
At a party, sounds like he's, fun, as long as you, like, hide the cutlery. Sadly, I don't think that's the last we'll be hearing from Jihad John. I suspect he's got some more people in the wings waiting for his delightful brand of terrorism.
It'll be glorious.
Yes, glorious indeed. What is the fascination with beheading specifically, do you think? It's always beheading.
Yeah.
Why?
Like, even like Chechens and Mexicans, everyone's doing it. Really.
Is it like because that's like the most pain you can inflict?
I don't know. It's pretty brutal. I mean, as far as something to do on camera,
I guess it really depends which way you start with a beheading. Like, if you start from behind, it'll be over pretty quick because, once you're sever the spinal cord.
Yeah.
But if you start from the front, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But if you start from the sides, I feel that might be the worst. Because if you keep the windpipe intact...
I feel like the front is the worst.
No, you keep the windpipe intact as long as possible, along with the spine, and you cut around the jugular and carotid artery. It's
like fucking...
Keep him alive as long as possible.
Riding the blade of the guillotine face up.
Yeah.
Oh. Imagine that shit. Just like 1 second, it's just like, oh god!
Aim the blade to come down on your open mouth.
Oh, what the fuck is wrong with you? Jesus!
What?
That might kill you faster, though.
Maybe. I mean, you're sheer off the top of your head.
Well, yeah, but then you're like cutting your brain in half. That should kill you quicker.
Maybe.
Well, because when you sever it, it's pretty well documented that you live for like 10 more seconds or something, like in your head.
God, that's gotta be disoriented.
Yeah, like one of the experiments they used to do back. I think it was back during like the French Revolution. Was there was like some doctor who like wondered about like, okay, like, are you dead instantly or whatever? So I know at some point there was like a blink test that he asked like the victims to, or whatever you want to call him. He would say, like, just please do me this one thing. As soon as like it starts, just start blinking and just keep blinking as long as you can. And
what was in it for them?
Nothing. He was just asking him as a favor.
Hey, can you do me a solid?
Well, like in the name of science, I don't know. And I believe they documented that people would blink up to as long as like 14 seconds afterwards.
Oh wow, it's disturbing.
Yeah, I don't know, Josh. You looking it up?
No, I found a video.
I'm sorry, are we interrupting you? You watching some movies over there?
Yeah, apparently the ISIS executing 200 Syrians and mostly children, apparently.
You found a video of that?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I want to watch a video of kids getting executed.
It's actually one of the... I don't know if they're actually... It seems like this is a video of them actually being rescued from almost being killed, but it's pretty awful. Like, I actually find that to be awful. Like,
why the fuck are you watching it right now?
Because I...
What website is it posted
Vimeo.
on? Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
it's like a really high production quality picture or a video from ISIS after they just executed 200 Iraqi soldiers or some shit like that. I'm sorry, it was kind of in the theme of tonight's discussion.
Oh, I understand.
It just took me off guard.
It certainly did. Well, it's time for you to get back on guard.
I'm on guard.
All right, good.
The next time they saw me ripping up my passport.
Good for you. Now they do.
That's not very smart. How is he gonna get back? How's he going to cause terrorist attacks if he can't get back to Canada? That was stupid. He didn't put any forethought into that.
I don't think he's put a lot of thought into very much. With Allah's permission, we came to you with slaughter. Now they're ripping up pictures of things. And now they're burning them. They do a lot of burning, too.
Yeah.
They burn everything.
Yeah.
Why?
The flag. That's very disrespectful.
I always find it funny when they like burn the flag.
You know what's funny? What if they're not? Because one of the only ways that you're supposed to respectfully, get rid of a used American flag is either burying it or burning it.
Yes.
So what if what we're doing is we're just shipping over all of our like torn up, shitty U.S. flags, so that they'll just burn it for us, tax free.
Yeah, the reason that I find it funny is because like someone has to go and get those flags. So, like, are they going down to the...
Hamid, go pick up 30 American flags.
Yeah, like, are they going down to the fucking store and buying a bunch of flags
We got
burn?
a big rave tonight.
Jihad John might be coming. I don't want any shortage of those flags. If Jihad John goes up, it's going to be a fucking burn fest.
And don't get any of those shitty 1949 ones that only have the 47 stars. He don't like that. He wants all 50.
And none of those made in China's. We want the real thing. They don't actually make them in the USA. What the fuck? What's wrong with these people?
Why are we killing them? They're killing themselves.
I just want to fucking go to college cake parties with Jihad John. I bet you loosen him up, have him drink a little bit. I bet you he's a fun...
Dude, this whole video is just this dude's attempt to try to get Jihad John to pay attention to him.
Oh, all right, let's help him.
I'm speaking with Vice. This is just my German friend. You want to say anything? You don't
What is this? Is my German friend?
What's he doing there?
He is here filming the scat porn, as they say. I got him German to come, and he's going to poo in my mouth. And
the Germans, they hate Jews too, just like us Arabics.
I think, Arabs hate everyone, don't they? Well, not Arabs, but like
they don't like Jews a lot.
Well, they don't like Jews, but like if you're in ISIS, you pretty much hate everyone not ISIS, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
Behind the camera, unless you're ready, bro.
And so you have a German friend there. There's somebody from the UK. How many foreign fighters are in Iraq right now fighting for ISIS?
Ooh, upwards of 15,000. Upwards of 15,000. All the new recruits now are coming to Iraq. Walillah alhamd. Planning a very big...
He said, thanks to Allah. Because we get into like subtitles now.
Now, let me just say this though. That doesn't really sound all that fucking impressive. Oh, you know what?
I know, 10 to 15,000.
10 to 15,000.
That's like fucking 5 bunker busters.
Yeah, seriously. It's like, you know, that's a couple regiments that we'll send to destroy them.
Well, what did he say? 10 to 15,000?
Yeah, up to 10 to 15,000.
I mean, that means we have half as many of their fucking fighters who are like fans of our show on Facebook.
Yeah.
like we could potentially go fight them and win.
We have a shot, yeah.
Our show and its listeners could go win this war with ISIS right now.
Let's all stand together.
Nope.
No.
What I'm wondering is, what are all these soldiers doing? Are they like doing obstacle courses, like monkey bars, and crawling under barbed wire?
Yeah, no, they jump through like the tires, climb walls.
You got to do something in your downtime.
I would imagine it's a lot of trust exercises.
It's not even training. It's just their playground.
What?
It's just a playground. They're not training. There's a lot of downtime when you're doing terrorist work.
It's just like going down slides.
That's the part they cut out. The swings.
Jihad Jim, Allah damn it, get off the swings, it's my turn.
Push me. You pushed me this time.
I want to go on this slide. Jihad John won't get off it.
You see how far I jump?
You're not doing the seesaw right. You have to push.
Stop cutting off your half of the seesaw.
God damn it, Jihad Jim. You go play in the sandbox.
It's
We're
Allah
in the
damn
desert.
it. It's Allah damn it, sir.
Allah damn it?
It can't be God damn it.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Damn you.
You ruined everything.
God damn you.
Stop it.
Okay.
Inshallah, we are preparing to crush the Peshmerga.
The
We are preparing to crush
Peshmerga, the Kurdish army.
Yes, this is correct.
So who are your biggest enemies right now? Who are you fighting right now?
The world.
Right.
That's not a good war to wage. That's a losing war.
That's a terrible way to recruit people to your cause. If you're not on our team, we are at war with you and we want you to die. Well, do you want more people to join you? Absolutely. Well, you want them dead. Jihad John, help! He asked me a question, I don't know.
The way that he asked the question, though, sounded like those people that interview on the red carpet. Like, oh, who are you wearing? Oh, this is the skin of the infidel?
Who are you wearing? Yes, this is a black robe. Is standard issue.
A stand-up burqa.
Everyone in that coalition that's trying to fight Islam and the Muslims. With many martyrdom operations, alhamdulillah.
So there will be a lot more martyrdom operations coming from the Islamic State going forward.
Inshallah, we'll make some attacks in New York soon, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala.
With Allah's
a lot
permission.
of brothers, they're mobilizing right now in the
Really?
West. Alhamdulillah.
And what are they mobilizing for?
Mobilizing for a brilliant attack, my friend.
Mobilizing for a brilliant rave, my friend. Is going to have all the ecstasy you can handle.
I was just at a security conference and everyone is talking about ISIS and I'm saying, why is nobody asking why they're so popular? Why is no one asking why they're getting so many foreign fighters?
I'm also a foreign fighter, and as I said before, the reason is we're tired, you know what I mean? We're tired of oppression. All those...
Well, how is he being oppressed again?
Well, in Canada, you see, it's a very oppressive state.
Yes, Canada is known for being very, very strict on their ways of life.
Forced to eat maple syrup, Canadian bacon. That's against like Islamic law. It's got to be.
I mean, if you're driving down the street, you know, and you're going over the speed limit, it's almost guaranteed a Mountie on horseback might, you know, follow you. Very oppressive.
Have you ever been trailed by a fucking horse? Shit's scary.
Look who you're talking to. Of course I have.
That's Crusader style.
Yeah, but with a Mountie on it, it's the silliest looking authority figure ever.
Yeah, it's a 21st century Templar.
They're silly looking.
So were the Templars. Big can-like helmets, big white cloaks.
I heard they actually pull people over in cars while on horseback. I mean, if that were me, I would just drive away because he has 1 horsepower.
I have like hundreds. I can outrun him.
It's just, you know, Canadians are just too polite. They can't do it. It's like, oh, okay, I guess I'll pull over. But not Muslim Canadians, apparently.
No.
No. Yeah. Canadians are...
Fuck the mounted police.
How dare you? The Canadians are delightful. How can anyone ever hate the Canadians?
They make delicious poutine.
What the fuck is that?
It's like a
poutine?
Gravy, right?
It's gravy on like French fries with this delicious cheese.
Yeah.
What's not to love about Canada? Why would he leave Canada ever?
I don't know. It's the friendliest fucking place.
I am tired of oppression. I am tired of your delicious treats and your Mounties saying, hello, good morning, sir. I am tired of this.
Prepare yourselves. We're about to enter French Canada.
French Canada?
There's no Canada like French Canada. It's the best Canada in the land. The other Canada is hardly Canada. If you lived here for a day, you'd understand.
Ha ha ha! Welcome to French Canada.
All right, if he was in French Canada, that's a whole other story.
Yeah,
they're dicks.
You think he was in like Montreal or like Quebec or something?
It's quite possible.
Oh no, not French Canada.
Fucking French.
Trapezes, trampolines, and lots of cheese.
Would you like a mustache?
Stay calm, boys. French Canadians are a little odd.
Well, I suppose if he was in French Canada, maybe the tides have turned a bit.
The threats that I made, put that all aside. We don't want, no one likes fighting. If you want to live in the desert, maybe not eat, live a rough lifestyle.
Quick little side note. Put that little nugget in your head. No one likes fighting. No one wants to be fighting and live in the desert. That's what he just said.
No one wants discomfort.
All right, so just remember that.
Who wants to live? No one wants to live this lifestyle. If you leave us alone, we're going to leave you alone.
Right. Also remember that.
Right.
Once again, that disapproving father tone. Yeah.
Yeah. You
heard that.
You haven't thought this beyond the next 2 minutes, have you?
Tired. I don't want to fight. I want to be at home with my family. But why am I here? No one's asking that question.
Well, why are you there?
Why are you there? Why don't you go ahead and answer? So let's hear. Why is he there? It's a good question.
What did they call America? Land of the brave and home of the free. If you're the home of the land of the brave and home of the free, give us our freedoms. You know, if we want Sharia law, leave us alone.
Why are you there? Why are you there? Waiting for the answer.
Right.
And this is the truth matter. Yo, I'm about to head out, so ask your questions while you still can.
The rave's about to start.
Yeah. I want to head out to ask your questions. I did. You didn't fucking answer it. Why are you there?
I like his one answer though. It's like, yeah, we want our freedom. Give us our freedom so we can have Sharia
law. You mean the freedom that you had in Canada?
It's like, wait, no one's forcing you not to live by Sharia law. You can live by that.
I know.
You just can't force others to.
Give us our freedom. Give us our freedom to oppress everyone. How dare you interfere with our oppression? I gotta say, the logic of like a 19-year-old is just so delightful. It's because like when somewhere around the age of like 17, 18, you get that thing where like you start being able to like think, like you think about things like differently, and you get all excited and wrapped up in like ideas because you're thinking beyond just like memorizing facts finally. And you get all tripped up with these ideas, and you think you're really onto something, but there's so much more you haven't thought of yet.
All right, I'm sorry, but as we're going through this, I'm letting this video play of that jihadist attack in.
What?
I unplugged the computer. I don't want it to turn off. Okay, it's safe. This was a scenario just recently where ISIS attacked like 200 Syrians and killed a whole fucking mess of soldiers and everything like that. What they also did was they came across a huge stockpile of weapons. And part of that stockpile was some of these old Russian, like, MiG fighters that they're all excited about. They're waving the ISIS flag over them like, yes, we've got these great planes now. We're going to attack you. They're all fucking mothballed and rusty and falling apart. And no one in ISIS knows how to fucking fly any of them. But they're using these as, recruitment tapes, basically. Like, look at all of this great technology we have. We will fly these into buildings and kill everyone as soon as one of you pilots come and join us, because we have no fucking clue how to fly these things.
As soon as someone brings us some jet fuel. Do you have any? Can you bring it on the plane?
We tried Gatorade. It does not work.
We tried Gatorade. We were told it has what plants crave. It did not.
These are not plants. These are planes. It will not work.
It did not have what planes crave. Electrolytes do not make flight.
We thought it was electric, but it's not.
The electrolytes were electricity, I believe, but apparently electricity and electrolytes, not so much for the planes.
We tried cutting off the planes' heads. They have none.
Are you guys under attack right now?
When are we not under attack?
That's bullshit right there.
Of course it is. When are we not under attack? I don't know. When you were hanging out in Canada eating poutine and like fucking French women? Maybe?
Someone's outside the tent shaking it right now. Like, Abdul, shake the tent. Make it seem like we're getting too many questions.
Continually under attack.
The kuffar seem to have a problem with us. And they seem to be attacking us day and night.
Right.
But they don't understand that Allah Azza wa Jal is on our side. Allah Azza wa Jal is on our side, and bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, we will destroy these planes. These kuffar don't seem to understand. These apostate regimes. Today, the Saudi plane didn't seem to understand.
Yes. Sorry, I'm still getting over sick. Yes, the Saudis, they're with glorious Allah's will, they will overcome and destroy everyone.
It is Allah versus Allah.
Well, yeah, because a lot of the fighting is like between different factions of Muslims.
Yeah.
It's like ISIS versus other.
Yeah, I can almost get behind like Christian versus Muslim battle.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's Muslim versus Muslim, it's kind of like a throwback to the old Protestant versus Catholic fights in Ireland and shit like that just didn't make any fucking sense whatsoever.
Well, I figure that's kind of like their version of black on black crime.
In a way.
In every way.
In one way.
I haven't really thought about it.
Nope.
At all.
Allah Azza wa Jal was over it, and it was down. And the Emirati plane that was over our skies today, that made us, that attacked our land.
The sky is ours. The sky is our sky.
The invisible sky man sees to it.
When planes attempt to fly in the sky, that is ours. We kill it. We fight it. We shoot it down. It's like, well, the sky is kind of everyone's, really. I mean, it's the sky. It's like there's just one.
How dare you? There is one sky, one God. Great Allah's sky.
Fair enough.
And they didn't seem to understand that Allah Azza wa Jal was over them. And now we have a prisoner from the Emirates, a fighter pilot. This is the truth of the affair. Whatever regime attacks us, we will attack them.
All right. So what regimes have attacked them?
U.S., France, Great Britain, Saudi Arabia, United Emirates, Iraq, Iran.
So the mentality,
Russia's thinking about joining in.
So the mentality is
so almost everyone who's able to.
like Russia and the United States hate each other so much.
Why?
But they are willing to work together to say fuck you, ISIS.
Frankly, we should be thanking ISIS. ISIS is like the centralized problem we all need.
Yeah. They're the hero we deserve.
I mean, seriously. They're potentially going to unite countries that can't even get along.
Yeah, they're going to unite all the countries to start a world war.
How can you even have a world war with like a ragtag group of people with knives?
I think we're experiencing it right now.
Well, I don't think there's much to... We just kind of fucking bomb shit. It's not like...
Until one of those fuckers somehow gets their hands on a fucking nuke.
Okay, well, when that happens, then things will be different, but it does not seem to have happened. What? You got that look.
There's a good chance. It's a good chance that it could happen eventually. The fact that there's...
Define good chance.
Think about all of the countries that have Islamic extremist groups in them that have access to numerous nuclear weapons and devices. India and Pakistan being two huge ones, obviously. Russia has a huge Muslim population, and they have shit tons of nuclear weapons just laying around in fucking like storage containers that are not, the best method of keeping it locked up is a fucking padlock in a wooden shed. In a lot of these places, that just like time has just worn it down, and there's no money or people to actually guard these facilities anymore. So there's just fucking nukes just kind of hanging around. Eventually, you're going to have some of these assholes find this shit, find one that's not being guarded very well, somehow get the nuclear material, maybe not make a big fucking blast-style bomb, but they're going to be able to make some fucking dirty bombs, ship them over to the harbors of New York. You
have really thought this through.
I agree with that. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. The materials are all you need. The bomb doesn't have to be sophisticated.
And here's the thing. You don't even need to, like, sneak it into the fucking city. All right? If you can coordinate and get, like, 20 people with a single suitcase dirty nuke onto a fucking cargo ship or something like that, coordinate it so they all fucking blow up at different fucking harbors across both the east and the west coast at typically about the same time, you've just knocked out the ability for the entire country to ship anything, import or export, because now all of the harbors are fucking irradiated.
Yes.
For years. You just knocked out all of the United States' ability to basically do any type of fucking commerce.
Well, when you put it like that, it sounds scary.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to think about it that way, where like the nuke like goes off and shit, yeah, okay, that's bad.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's not even like a big blast one. It's just enough of a blast to spread the material everywhere.
Sleep tight, little children. It's gonna be fine. Hold your parents. You'll never see them again.
The important thing is that we're far enough away from any shoreline that we shouldn't have to worry about it.
We are?
Are we?
Well,
no, we're not.
Oh, no, you guys aren't. I am, so fuck you.
Well, what if you're at work?
Fuck!
Yeah.
You can see the New York skyline from over here. Every day I'm looking out this fucking window in that general direction. I'm just waiting for a fucking flash.
Mushroom cloud.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, there it is.
It's coming one day.
We're just going to feel that little rumble, be like, it's like, oh, damn it.
Gotta go, guys.
Traffic's going to suck.
That's going to be... When that happens, and it will... That would be so, frightening, of course, but...
A little surreal.
Like, if you saw that shit happen, like right now, like we can... Where we are right now is we're on the water.
Yeah.
And we're about... If you were to draw a straight line from where we are to New York City, it's about 25 to 30 miles, I would say.
That's it?
It's about 30.
Okay.
It's about 30.
We're still in the safe zone.
Well,
Temporarily.
like, you can, if I take the camera I have with, like, the big optical zoom and, like, zoom it all the way in, like, I can see the skyline from here.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. Or at least once you get outside of, like, the harbor part.
Yeah.
So we would see that shit, and we would actually have, like, a window of time to try and, like, outrun, like, Fallout and shit.
We would be able to get away.
Like, how...
Like, if we instantly...
How terrifying would that... Like, how exhilarating would that be to, like, hop in your car and actually try to outrun your death?
Yeah. That's what we'd be doing. And we'd be doing it instantaneously. The minute that we see a bright flash that makes fucking night
Of course,
and day,
we would be running.
We're all getting into fucking cars, and we're going up north.
Yes.
I'll meet you at my place.
Yeah.
It's probably about the safest we'll
won't be
get.
staying at my place anymore.
Nope.
Phil and I are fucked. We're heading north.
Phil, you can come with me.
I'll go past your place. I'll just keep going.
I'd head to where this poor loser left, Canada. I'd go up there.
Dude, it's going to start getting cold up there. Winter.
It's going to start getting colder because of winter and seasons.
And you know they're going to be assholes, and they're going to do an attack like this at like late fall, so that way the only way that you're going to be able to survive is to go north, and it's going to be fucking cold. These terrorists are dicks.
How rude of them.
Terrorists are dicks.
God, they have no manners.
Seriously. Fucking assholes. Can't do it during like a fucking Indian summer or some
it's
shit.
one thing to just fucking kill all of us, but to not give us the courtesy of a warm place to go hide.
Hey, he said it himself. No one wants to be in discomfort.
That's true, and I'm glad you remembered that. Because no one wants to be at war. No one wants to be fighting. No one wants to be out in the desert like that. That's preposterous. No one would want that.
Let us be under attack. We love being under attack. I want Jihad.
Oh, what? What's that? I'm sorry, what was that? Oops. Oh, 19-year-old jihadist. You're adorable. Of course we don't want to be at war. That would be terrible. It's so awful. You know, we just want peace. We just want freedom. Okay, so why are you doing... We love being under attack. Attack us. Fuck you. We kill everything. We fight the world. There are some conflicting ideologies here. And it's things like that that make me kind of start to go down the whole path of, we shouldn't hate all Muslims. That would be terrible.
Yes.
But maybe we do anyway.
Maybe it reaches a point that it's okay.
Because anytime you hear the opinion of like, oh, we're being oppressed and just stop attacking us or whatever, and you're always kind of like, that's not really what this is about. But okay, I guess that's sort of valid, but that's not really it. It's moments like that where you're like, I knew that wasn't it. I knew you just love killing people.
I was listening to this one show, and they were talking about a report that was done on Muslims who they were talking about to moderate Muslims about fundamentalism, and they said to them, how many of you guys actually support the fundamentalists, the extremists? And everyone's like, no, we don't support them. We're moderate Muslims. Everything's all good here. And then the guy went further to ask, all right, how many of you agree with the Quran about how the treatment of homosexuality should be taken care of? And everyone raised their hands immediately.
Yes.
Even though it clearly says in the Quran those people should be stoned to death horribly. And the guy that's doing the interview is secretly, he's just under his breath going, you're all fucking insane. You're all extremists.
There's a very weird fine line with that whole particular situation in the world, because of course you don't want to stereotype and be like, oh, okay, well, everyone who's Muslim is fucking lunatic and an asshole and whatever. So you try not to, of course. But if you simply read some of the studies that have been done, some of the Pew studies and shit, it's a disturbing amount of the moderate Muslims who absolutely support stoning women to death if they cheat on you, and it maybe it's just that they haven't had enough time to evolve into
in reality
something better.
No, that's true, because if you think about it in comparison to Christianity, it's Christianity is an equally fucked up religion if you go by the book. But luckily,
it was.
Yeah, it was, and that it was like that about 500 years ago.
Right.
Islam as a religion is about 500 to 700 years younger than Christianity. It came about as a organized religion. Muhammad as the prophet didn't appear until about 600 or 700 AD.
Well, how did we get Christianity to where we are now? Because
we went through the Enlightenment.
No, we didn't.
Well, Christianity...
No, we didn't.
We went through what could be described as a non-dumbing.
Yeah, here's my question.
Yeah.
If you talk to many Christians, not all of them, but a lot of ones that I know, they absolutely believe in some stuff that sounds a bit fairy tale-ish.
Yes.
Specifically, let's go with Noah's Ark.
Okay.
All right. That shit didn't happen. It fucking didn't.
We understand that we're at a state now that, for the most part, if you're not a creationist and you're not one of the few remaining branches of fundamental style Christianity, you understand that those stories are allegorical stories, and everyone kind of comes to a consensus, and they know that it's the story of Adam and Eve is an allegory based on the idea of creation, that the story of Noah...
Shut up, incest child, it's real.
I know. And, the story of Noah, that's, an allegory about how, hey, we had to wipe the slate clean, we had to start over.
That's a nice way of putting it.
Shit got bad.
We needed a fresh start.
Yeah.
Mass murder, genocide.
Exactly. You're also taking stories from older religions from thousands of years earlier and just remaking them. And, a lot of people start to come to terms with
Shut up, Krishna was totally different. It's not the same.
I know, I'm sorry. It's not the Babylonians or the Sumerians or the Assyrians. It's all the same thing. But, yeah, Christianity went through this weird time period about, I would say, and this is what scares me the most because of the time frame.
Yeah.
We're just now entering the Muslim Dark Ages. All right, because the Christian Dark Ages happened about 500 years ago.
Yeah, no, I follow everything you're saying, but my question is, how did we get to where we are now, where even if you believe some pretty wacky shit, we know you're not going to kill people?
Easy. We finally developed ways to make life better here on Earth. and we accepted
What happens
it.
when people don't want better life? They want to die.
Well, that's how it started with Christianity in the Dark Ages.
Okay.
People loved the idea of dying because life was so shitty that death was preferable as long as you could hold on to like some fairy tale belief that the afterlife was gonna be fucking awesome.
You mean like you would get 72 virgins, do whatever you want with?
Exactly.
All
So when you're poor and you're Christian in the Dark Ages, that kind of shit is like, oh, this heavenly bliss where all of my past transgressions will be forgiven. I'm going to be standing before the foot of God and all this great glory. It sounds fucking great when you're living in a fucking hovel with your fucking feet ankle deep in shit and mud and you don't know if you're going to have a slice of bread the next day. So that sounds fucking awesome. You know, fast forward a couple hundred years, you know, shit starts to get really scary because now you have an institutionalized belief system of just horror and agony and suffering, like in the 17 and the 1800s, and that puritanical ideal, and it's no longer the fringe group, it's the norm. That's how things are. And it takes another 100 years or so to get out of that and to reach that full, like, enlightenment of, you know, it's more of a hobby to be a Christian nowadays for most people.
So if we got Santa Claus,
yeah,
to head over to,
we're Christians, we got Santa Claus.
I know. So if we got Santa Claus to head over to the Middle East,
yes,
and one night while all the Muslims were asleep, he went down their chimneys,
killed them all one by one. Greatest gift that Santa could ever bring Christians.
Know exactly where I was going. And he went down their chimneys, or whatever they have over there, and he left a bunch of presents for them. And they all woke up the next day, and all of their burqas were filled with, like, iPhone 6s and, I don't know, fucking Central Air and,
running water,
fucking Flobies for haircuts.
It's because they're where
and
they
most importantly, women.
Yes, and that's the thing.
Naked women.
Yeah, in the Dark Ages, shit sucked in Europe. You had plagues, disease, and all that stuff, and your fucking civilization was just living in a wasteland, much like how the Middle East is now.
Yeah.
Just a fucking desert wasteland. There's no fucking resources except for oil there, and you can't eat or drink that, apparently.
It's very sandy over there.
Yes. You get a lot of sand. Like, if
you know how annoying it is to get, like, sand in your bed sheets?
Yes, or, like, if you're at the beach.
You ever live near the beach?
Seriously. Like, being in the beach
I haven't, but...
and having sand in your bathing suit is the fucking worst. Imagine living that your entire fucking life and not even having the luxury of a shower to wash it off.
I mean, that's probably why they're so mad. It's just, you know, there's like a lot of sand in their house.
There's a lot of sand. They constantly get sand in the fucking eyes.
Oh, that like, stings.
Yeah, it fucking hurts.
Oh, and you feel like you're rolling around in your eyes.
When they go out
it's
town,
very hurtful.
All they get to see is a fucking sausage fest and then just these blank spots where women are hiding.
There ain't no sausage fest where Jihad John shows up, my friend.
A lot of burkas in
Jihad John,
a very dark room.
Jihad John brings the bitches.
Yeah, but you can't see them.
They're there.
Yeah, you have to imagine. And as you know what happens when you don't have porn, it gets hard to really enjoy yourself.
Gets hard to enjoy yourself?
Yes.
What do you mean?
You have to use your imagination. And if
you don't have porn, you could jerk off to anything.
Camel fuckers.
Have you ever... All right. That just made me remember something.
Yes.
I don't think I ever told this on the podcast before.
You only masturbate to high definition porn, I know.
No, not that. Now I do.
3D HD 80-inch porn.
Look,
1080p or bust.
1080. Fuck that. You don't.
I'm at a place in my life where, look, standard definition just ain't doing it for me.
Dude, you attach a fucking fleshlight to his TV, he's all fucking set. Screw this getting a girlfriend shit.
Oh my god, that's a good idea.
I know. Especially if it's 3D porn.
Wow.
Yeah. You finally have a piece of technology that you bought that you could actually love on multiple levels.
This is amazing. The thought of getting an actual woman just never occurs to me, does it?
Nope.
There was a time back. Oh god, it was in college, my sophomore year or my freshman year, towards the beginning. Before I became such a terrible atheistic curmudgeon, where I was no longer religious, but I wasn't not religious, and many people that I knew were still going to church and shit. And I tried an experiment. I decided to see how long I could go without jerking off. Not for any reason other than I just wanted to see, like, what would happen, what it would be like.
What's going to happen to my balls if I don't release this juice?
Yeah. Pretty much. I wanted to know.
They burst.
In his sleep?
Yeah.
Well,
he's now left with an empty sack.
His brain jerks him off in his sleep.
It does, as we have discussed.
Yeah, his brain rapes him.
Everyone's brain rapes them if they don't jerk off. I made it a month. I made it 1 month. But my brain didn't make it a month. My brain would not allow this to continue. I think my brain made it like a week. But
did you have to hide your sheets from your mom?
No, this is when I was in college.
Oh. You just switched them with your roommates?
This is when I was in college. I didn't do anything to them. Okay. I just kept using them. I enjoy sleeping on rice paper.
Oh, starchy.
During that month, about, I would say like halfway through, oh god, not only did I not need porn, I almost didn't even need much imagination.
Or touch, just beep.
All I had to do was like think something and think it like really hard and concentrate. And I swear to you, I really barely had to even touch it. I just had to like sit there and like
just flicked it occasionally.
Like literally, I was just sitting there like squinting my eyes, like, and I was just like,
this fucking asshole, you're willing orgasms. Like, oh, my new superpower. It's a
gift.
You go a few weeks without doing it, you will gain that power too. It's very impressive.
I don't think I'd ever want to go that long.
Well, I wanted to do it as an experiment. I've never done it since because
now you have to wash your own sheets.
Yeah.
No, you live alone. You don't have to do anything.
I had to wash my own sheets then too. It's just in college, you don't really care. I care now.
Filthy cheese-smelling bastard.
You are no better.
I don't come in my sheets.
You don't?
No. It's gross. I hate the idea of sleeping on dried cum.
I do too. I don't typically do it either, but like even when you were younger, you never just like whenever?
No, I never did the night evacuations like that.
Why not?
Because I masturbated every fucking night before I went to bed.
I thought you just said you didn't.
No. I masturbated, but I was clean about it. I didn't nut in my sheets.
Okay.
I had a supply of paper towels. I used that correctly. And I will say this.
I used it correctly.
Yes, I used it correctly. You don't nut in your sheets. That's fucking gross and unhygienic.
When I was younger.
When you were younger, no. That's a horrible excuse.
Oh, fuck you. You were fucking your mattress.
No.
Yes, you were. You said it.
I didn't come in it.
I pulled out, damn it. I don't want mattress babies.
Yeah, that's how you end up with pillows.
How dare you sit here and lecture me on
I did not come in the
sheets.
No,
you fucked a mattress.
I fucked a mattress, but I did not come in it.
Oh, wait, paper towels? That's so wasteful. Every day?
Yes, I went through a lot.
I just get like a sock or something.
I need paper towels. I can't use tissue. It blows right through shit.
He wants to use something that's washable.
Yeah.
Fuck that noise. I ain't dealing with that.
What, are you going to use cloth diapers too, Phil?
Maybe.
You'll get over that eventually.
The worst, though, is that when you're masturbating and you fill your load in your repository of it, and you accidentally fall asleep because you're so exhausted, but you don't throw it out. It might like fall behind your bed or something like that. 6-7 months later, you clean your room or you have to reach out for it, and you find a small collection building. And you're like, oh god, that's a foul odor.
You don't smell it?
Febreze.
You have to go right for the trash can because it's heavy enough that you can throw it across the room.
Yeah.
Well, the problem with it when I was a lot younger, my bed was like pressed right up against the wall, but the way that it was there was just like enough space that something could fall through, but the smell and odor will be trapped underneath the bed for many months.
So I fucked the crevice.
I never fucked the crevice, but I threw my deposits of night semen in there.
Oh, you're fucking with me on my sheets. Your room was as gross as mine.
Yes, but I never slept on dried cum, you sick fuck.
I believe you have. I don't believe you for a second.
I have never. It even got to the point that when I went to a hotel room...
You're the same person who shit in a bucket for a month.
Yes, but I didn't fucking sleep in it.
But you did it in
I
your
disposed
bedroom.
of it immediately. I had to do it in the bedroom. There was no other place to do it. The bathroom was being remodeled.
What about the basement?
The basement is fucking scary. I'm not shitting in the fucking scary cold basement. There's no heat down there. It was the middle of winter. I need warmth when I poop. Can't do it when I'm cold.
Create your own warmth with poop.
No, I'll be shivering in other places. My balls would all like crumple up. It's not good.
That makes it easier.
No, it does not. I need comfort when I poop.
You don't want those low-hanging balls when you're pooping?
Just don't get it. It has nothing to do with the depth of the balls hanging.
Mm-hmm.
It's about comfort overall.
Now, would you just use like a 5-gallon bucket, or how did that work?
Yeah, it was like a 5 or 10 gallon bucket. I don't remember which one, but I lined it with towels.
Okay,
right?
for a nice seat.
Yeah, and then I put plastic bag over that.
Okay.
And then I lined another couple towels for some extra cushion.
That's not too bad. That
No, it wasn't that bad. And I
doable.
pressed it was up against my bed, which was one of those like raised platform beds.
Okay.
So it had like a natural wall that I could lean against.
All right, so you're not like wall sitting either.
No, exactly. I was leaning against the bed. I was sitting comfortably. The only weird part was when the poo actually dropped into the plastic bag. You're used to water being there.
Sure.
So when you just hear that soft little crumple of plastic, it's really fucking weird. It's like it's a bag boy fucking bagging your groceries. You just hear that.
Now, what about kitty litter?
Never thought about using that.
Because that could work.
It could, but then the bag would be even heavier when I have to throw it away.
How heavy is it with your shit? Jesus!
Depends on the
like,
day.
The bag, I don't want it heavier. The bag already weighs 20 pounds. Like, what the fuck are you shitting out? Animals?
Sometimes.
All right.
Well, we really digressed with this one.
Yeah, I really don't know how we got here.
How do we go back?
We don't. We just move on.
Okay.
I think we're pretty much done with that jihadist thing anyway. He just completely contradicted himself. With like, no, we want peace. We want freedom. We don't want to be at war. We love being attacked. Bring it, motherfuckers. We're going to kill all you. Okay.
Yeah, oh, that reminds me. So we're in for at least another 100 or 2 years of just extremist motherfuckers killing and brutalizing a lot of people.
Yeah, I got bad news for you. I think it's a lot longer than that.
Well, until the next religion pops up.
That'll be interesting. I did have a funny, well, I thought it was funny idea for a parody video of the beheading videos, and then it occurred to me like maybe the world isn't ready for that.
No. I think the world's ready.
I don't think so. I thought it'd be. I don't know why this popped in my head one day. It was after I watched the most recent ISIS beheading video. Now they block out the actual violence part. Now they do. They didn't used to. The ISIS I used to know wouldn't block it out.
They've changed, man. Back before
they're
Jihad
fucking sold
John.
out, man.
Yeah, I prefer ISIS pre-Jihad John.
No, I prefer ISIS post-Jihad John.
That's hipster ISIS.
Oh. Well, so I have no fucking clue why this popped in my head, but all of a sudden I thought it'd be really funny because the guy who's in that fucking video, he has a very unique voice. It's like, it's got a bit of British, it's got a bit of like Arabic, a
little bit of baby.
Yeah, a little bit of like child, and it's all like got like a little bit of like muffled quality to it because like I think the mic is like behind the cloth where his mouth is.
Yeah, he
or
just
something.
looks like he's wearing a fucking bath towel over his head.
Yeah, so like he always does that voice where it kind of sounds like some strangely foreign kid is having a temper tantrum, and he's just like, President Obama, if you don't adhere to what we are saying, we're going to behead the next one. It's like this weird sort of, I don't know how to describe it. But
if you're being threatened to be beheaded by that guy, I feel like until the knife actually touches me, I'm just like, this is a fucking troll, right? I mean, come on, this guy, really?
And if you're gonna be beheaded,
behead you. Like, really? No, you're not. You're being silly. Stop it.
Take me seriously. I'm very upset. Going to do it.
Also, why the fuck are they cutting it out after they start the beheading? It's like, I'm almost convinced that they're faking them.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just saying. Maybe
I bet they do that so that big, CNN and all these TV stations will play.
Yeah, they probably do it because
you
they
clever bastard, you found them out. You ruined my entire theory in one well thought out idea.
Thank God. I'm so tired of hearing your lunacy horse shit.
No, you're not.
I know.
That's all I got left.
Oh, you are fucking crazy.
Trying to package everything in this nice, neat little story, huh, Phil? It's the last time I want you on this show.
It's like, oh, a very rational opinion, Phil. It makes a lot of sense. Well, isn't that nice for you?
They make it so it's PG-13, so a much more broader audience can actually watch it.
Well, perhaps.
Fuck, they've learned. The jihadists have learned the art of the MPAA.
Well, that dude, the one who's doing it right now, I mean, he is British or was from Britain or whatever. So, like, he's got some semblance of Western culture.
He comes down there, he's like, all right, we're going to film this. All right, we're getting all the editing done. No, cut that part out. Like, that's the best part. We can't cut that out. They won't show that over there. You cut it down.
Look, you got to listen to me, okay? The next week is sweeps. You cannot fucking have that in there for sweeps week. This is the biggest ratings we'll have all year. Even better than Daniel Pearl. I will address Obama directly. President Obama, you stole my lolly. I want it back. Please give it back, or I'll behead the next journalist. I talk to myself in that voice all the time now, by the way. I'm just like at home doing shit. I'm like, oh, I hate this fucking TV show. Change the channel.
Yeah, I wonder if the people listening realize just how much you are utterly alone.
Well, if they've been listening, they probably have some idea.
Like, all the voices that you've done over the course of this show, the fact that you have full conversations at home alone, it's like you have a party, and now you can invite Jihad John to your party.
Jihad John has been at my party ever since I discovered him.
Does Jihad John and Sal Rosenberg hang out a lot?
Oh yeah, so, the two of them get along a lot better than you think. I mean, you've got the Jew on one end, you've got the Muslim on the other. You'd think they'd be at war, but those two, man, they are a sitcom waiting to be filmed.
Jihad John and Sal.
Jihad John and Sal Rosenberg. Saul, damn it! What did I tell you? You're taking up too much room in our closet.
The whole premise of the show.
I'm sorry. I tried to have a box welded, but they couldn't do it, so I can't fit everything. I'm sorry. Please.
Premise of the show is they open up a challah bagel shop.
What? Okay. Why would he want to open a bagel shop?
Why wouldn't they? They're fucking delicious.
No, I agree, but
Muslims like bagels too, I bet.
Do they?
Probably. They just can't probably eat them because
but it's
Jewish.
Like kind of a Jewish food.
That's why it's the challah bagel.
So a halal?
Kalal? Maybe they would feel better about eating them if they like cut the top part off.
Exactly. You behead the bagel.
What is this Jewish delicacy? I don't like it. Wait. Give me that knife. Oh, yeah, that's better. Oh, that's delicious.
The theater is quite good.
I'm not even mad at President Obama anymore. This bagel delicious. Why we ever fight in the first place? I love you, Sal Rosenberg. Oh, God, I love you, too. Thank you. Thank you.
Whenever a customer buys a bagel, Jihad John just holds it like he's holding an American's neck and just starts sawing through it like, you want your bagel cut?
He always drapes the bagel, a little orange jumpsuit. Oh, let me slice it for you. I got it. Oh, that's really not the right knife you'd want to use. That's like a big serrated knife. You want to... No, shut up. I know what I'm doing.
He puts one of those little tiny jihad flags on a toothpick in the bagel. Finish it off.
When he finishes cutting your bagel, he hands it back to you with like the top half placed gingerly on top of the rest of the bagel. there's glistening cream cheese everywhere all around it.
He films everyone he makes. This is for you, poppy seed.
I want to get back to what you were starting to say in a second about me being alone, but I want to finish what I was saying about my idea for a parody video. So I don't know why it popped in my head, but as I was like at home having all these conversations with Saul Rosenberg and fucking Jihad John, for some reason I got the idea to reenact the beheading video, the ISIS video, exactly the same, but the person being beheaded would be Ernie, like of Bert and Ernie.
Yeah.
And something about such a horrible, violent situation that then you start like decapitating Ernie and like all the stuffings flying everywhere and everything. And then like they go to that ending shot afterwards where it slowly pans over and Ernie's severed head is like gingerly placed on his puppet body. And then it cuts to, you know, the guy giving the warning for like, okay, if you don't listen to us, then, you know, we're going to behead someone else. Then you just see him there like holding Bert. Like,
see, I like the idea that Bert is actually Jihad John.
Mm.
He's finally getting out of that whole Sesame Street hooliganism.
You think God is getting out of that fucking neighborhood. What a shithole.
It's just gone downhill ever since fucking Snuffleupagus started doing snuff.
Snuffleupagus. I see what you did.
I know.
Ever since fucking Snuffleupagus and Maria the woman were in charge, shit's been going downhill.
I have a 2-year-old son. You apparently know more about the characters on Sesame Street than me at this point.
I don't know what it is now. I remember when I was watching it, like one of the just regular humans was Maria. Remember how there was always like a couple like regular people who also lived down the street who weren't like Muppets or whatever? I remember one of them was like Maria, and it was like an older like black gentleman, and they seemed very nice. They probably made good neighbors. But President Obama, why is it that you have abandoned me? And we need to stop oppressing these fine fellows here.
Time to die, Ernie.
President Obama, you listen to Ernie. If you don't do what I say, Sesame Street become Sharia Street.
Big Bird just walking around in giant burqa.
What an awkward... What a strange... What does that even look like?
Terrifying.
That would be terrifying. That's like
9 foot tall burqa.
A 9 foot tall, like, fucking LSD trip bird wearing a burqa. What a fucking nightmare fuelish situation that is. Big Bird by himself is actually pretty scary if you think about it. He's fucking weird looking.
Imagine being raped by him.
What? What the fuck?
What?
Why would you ever imagine that?
Why not?
I don't know.
I feel like Elmo would be the one doing the raping.
Oh, well, that fucking maniacal laughing.
Yeah.
Does it tickle?
Yeah, Elmo seems like a rapist.
He'd shove that whole little furry fist.
He's
up your ass.
got that whole like little pervy thing going on. You know, like I don't think he's like a straight up like rape artist. He's the guy who's doing the upskirt shots on the escalator in malls. Elmo, see snatch. What the fuck were you saying before? I'm alone?
Yeah, you're alone.
Well, I know that, but what are you getting at?
At the voices.
Oh, I'm so alone because like I just talk to myself?
Yeah, and I'm wondering how long before those voices actually turn into like actual entities.
Define entity, they might be.
Well, not so much that you talk to them or talk to yourself in that voice, but they actually start talking back with thoughts that don't originate in your actual like consciousness.
Well, they do, but I'm not aware of it.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Like,
it's called schizophrenia.
Yeah. I'm wondering when that happens.
Well.
Or has it started? So I feel like we deserve a warning in advance when that starts.
Why?
Because I have to deal with you mostly. It's only fair. I'm not going to do anything about
Then
it.
you won't have to deal with me mostly anymore. You get to deal with a whole new cast of characters.
That's what I want the warning about. I need time to prepare for that.
Think about this for a second.
Yeah.
The odds are in your favor that all of my new friends are going to be better friends than me now.
That's not necessarily true, because the dark recesses of your mind could be housing some monsters that you've been fucking hiding.
The monsters in plain sight are pretty fucking terrifying.
True.
You think it gets worse?
Oh, I'm positive it gets worse.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Typically, schizophrenic people don't all of a sudden pop out with happy, awesome personalities that you're like, dude, you're far better than the original guy. Why don't you stick around?
No?
No, that doesn't happen a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not?
Because that's...
Why does it always have to be worse? Why can't it be better?
Because demons. Inner demons.
Well, if I'm aware of it, I'll try and let you know.
Yes, please.
But
I'd appreciate that.
I might just
We'd all would.
I might just end up going the route of that dude and I saw in that documentary. Just fucking no. Just end it. I saw this documentary, Phil turned me onto it, called The Bridge.
Yes, very depressing.
And it's insanely depressing, so I watched it immediately. And it's an entire documentary about this film crew, or like this guy and his crew or whatever. They filmed The Bridge for like a year straight. And they always had someone on the camera. And anytime someone was looking a little suspicious near the edge, they were like getting right in there with close shots to see what was going to happen. So over the course of a year, they caught almost like every single jumper. And the Golden Gate Bridge is like one of the biggest places on Earth where people go to kill themselves.
I think it's number 2.
Yeah, probably is. It's way up there. And so over the course of a year, like, you know, something like between 20 and 25 people usually kill themselves. That's kind of a lot. Like, all off one bridge. Like,
yeah.
Here's the crazy part, though. They have not put up nets or anything to try and stop this.
I kind of respect them for that, because, like, at what point do you be like, well, look, I mean, they're deciding something. I mean...
Also, I feel like putting nets up could be bad, because that would really draw a lot of people like me that would find it really fun to just jump off onto a giant net.
You would be terrified of the height.
But I think the reason they're not doing it is for aesthetic reasons. They think it'll look bad.
I agree with them. Fuck
Which
the
is
nets.
true. It'll look bad.
The nets will look awful.
Plus, you know, hey, if suicide's that big on your idea that
I mean, they're
you're
get it done
jump
one
off
way or
a
another.
fucking bridge, that's a pretty hardcore way to fucking do it.
True.
That's like you're committed to your cause at that
Is
point.
it?
They'll find a way.
I feel like you can live that way better than other ways. One of the guys in the documentary lived.
Well, yeah, one of the guys, but I mean, think about how many people don't compared to how many that do.
Well, so like 1 out of 20 can live versus a gunshot, which is 1 out of what, 100?
Depends on the type of gun. If it's a shotgun, yeah, it's like a 99% chance of dying. If it's a handgun, you only have like a 50% chance.
Wait, are you making that shit up?
No, there's a fucking
50%.
Yeah, because most people do
That's
not shoot
fucking
themselves
terrifying.
right. Yeah.
You're
Even if
telling me there's a 50-50 shot, I'll fuck it up.
Yeah.
Oh, I am not killing myself that way.
No, it's
Holy
shotgun.
Shit.
Shotgun is the most effective means with a gun to kill yourself. Because it literally
Well, no, I mean, I believe
destroys
that.
your brain.
I just didn't realize that.
Unless
a
you're one of
handgun-
that fucking stupid asshole that points it directly up and just blows your face off. Because fuck you, you retard. Learn how to fucking aim. Do it in front of a mirror. At least that way.
Are you talking about someone specific?
No, just people in general. Because
He's very angry about it.
Think about the building managers and shit like that.
All right.
If you're going to kill yourself, do it in a bathroom. And please try to do it in the shower. Because God forbid, if you fucking make a giant mess, it's a lot easier to clean blood off porcelain than it is out of rug.
Yeah.
And it's just fucking rude to the next person that needs to live in that apartment.
Yeah, inconsiderate suicidals are always a pet peeve on society,
Yes.
no doubt. It's a plague we can never escape.
Seriously. That's why I encourage them to jump off the bridge, because it's self-cleansing.
Well,
Just let them flow into the fucking ocean.
But I mean, look, I know that once you fall and you're like speeding up and hitting terminal velocity, I understand that water more or less becomes concrete at that point. But doesn't it just seem like if you really wanted to, you could live?
I will it.
I just feel like
if I think that
if
the
you
water's
jump and all of a
softer-
sudden you're like, oh fuck, I want to live. I just feel like, come on, it's water. Just Fucking land with your feet and
Quick
break
dive.
some bones, and you'll be all right. Come on, in every video game, you just land in the water and then you're fine.
Are you kidding me? Every video game I play, you land in the water, you die.
Well, you're playing the wrong games.
Mario Brothers.
Mario Brothers is not an accurate representation of real life. Sir.
How dare you,
How
sir?
dare you?
Everything I've learned,
When was the last time you were running down a brick road and a giant mushroom came at you and you grabbed it and you got all... Oh, I guess
Few
it was
weeks
a few
ago.
weeks ago. Damn it. You win this round.
Finally.
So
we're going to make this parody video then, and we're going to host it on the webpage.
Nah.
No.
That's why I figured I'd explain it, because I don't really have the energy to make it, or I don't care enough, and also I think people would just hate it.
Probably. I mean, they'd already hate you, so.
Well, that makes it easier. You think I'm not alone? You think I'm going to get, like, schizophrenia?
I don't know. It depends on how long you stay alone.
Well, assume forever.
Yes.
What do I need to do to correct this?
You need to find yourself a wife.
All right. How do I do that?
Mail orders, popular this time of year.
I don't trust a mail order bride.
You shouldn't.
All right, what else you got?
You can try to save a hooker.
Save a hooker?
Yeah. You try to be her, savior, the guy that gets her out of the business.
Oh, my white knight? Fuck that shit.
Yeah, well, hey, that's one way to go.
I don't think that ever works.
I think it works sometimes. It worked in Pretty Woman.
It's true.
I don't remember. Did it actually
Who
work?
are you? What?
It worked for a little while. I don't remember the ending.
Yeah, I don't know how it ended. Like, did she go back to the life of prostitution afterwards? I hope she did.
I've never watched that movie past the first 2 minutes where it shows her in lingerie.
That's what I'm talking about. It's like, I don't know what happens. I just assumed.
It'd be a bad ending if she did.
It'd be appropriate.
What, if she went back to being a hooker?
Yeah.
Kind of awesome.
Maybe she did.
Maybe she brought the lesson
That'd be like
home.
a really cool, like, hard, down-to-earth, like, lesson learned about reality or something.
Maybe she wanted to go back because she actually fucked him over by getting all this fucking jewelry and clothing, and she's like, fuck this, I'm set for, like, the next 6 months. Dumbass.
I
get maids.
He was a sugar daddy. Definitely.
It'd be cool if, like, at the end...
Yeah, sugar daddy. That could be your role.
Yeah, be the sugar daddy.
The sugar daddy. I was actually just reading about this the other day.
Okay.
Because I'm so glad you brought that up. Thank you.
He brought it up.
No, because there was like whatever. Someone brought it up. There was an article on like CNN of all places about the popularity of the sugar daddy and sugar baby in
I believe they were talking about the candy products.
That makes a lot more sense.
I think he's right.
That's why the article was all based around movies for some reason.
Yeah, and snow caps and Sour Patch Kids.
Well,
sugar daddies and sugar babies often find themselves in the presence of Sour Patch Kids.
Gonna send you to Mars Bar.
That's where you pick up your sugar daddies. Go on.
Gonna smash you into Reese's Pieces.
I'll give you a Hershey kiss.
I have no idea what the joke would be. I just want to use the word crackle.
I don't know, but you're getting a case of the Snickers.
God, that's stupid. Well,
bring it back.
This podcast is no longer the Three Musketeers, I'll tell you that much. you candy-eating hooligans. You damn fools.
All right. What? So, about the sugar daddies.
Yeah.
So, tell us about this article.
All right. Just for the record, wherever I read it, it was an actual article about people. It was not an article about candy. I think you actually believe I read an article about candy and interpreted it as people.
Part of me really hoped.
I mean, don't you think at some point I might get tipped off that it's not people and it's candy?
Possibly.
It's hard to tell. I don't know. Sometimes I don't read things too in depth.
You view people and things as about the same thing. So.
Yeah, that is part of my problem. I need to straighten that out. Apparently that shit is like very popular these days, the whole arrangement.
Mm-hmm.
But what fucking stupid guy is doing this?
A lot.
No, because you don't get sex.
Well, then you're doing it wrong.
Most of them do not get sex.
Yeah, well, they're stupid. They shouldn't be paying for shit until they get sex.
Well, that's not how being a sugar daddy
No,
works. You have to start paying for shit right away.
No, fuck that. Those assholes are being white knights. There's a big difference.
That's what I'm saying, but that's how it works.
Yeah, no, that's how CNN is fucking making it sound. That's not how it fucking works. If you're a sugar daddy,
they were
you're
interviewing
getting
the people.
laid. They were interviewing fucking white knights that had grown up.
They were interviewing a bunch of guys and girls.
Yeah, so?
They're all saying the same thing.
Yeah, they're all stupid.
They usually will very quickly allot them some like budget each month.
So wait, on this account, you're believing CNN and their ability to really get.
I'm just telling you what I fucking read. I'm simply telling you what I read. You are saying it's wrong, but I mean, what the fuck do you know? You don't know anything either.
I know that the standard is if you're paying for the woman, the exchange is that they give you attention, sex, and the whole relationship status.
Yeah, I'm curious how that actually works. Like, how do you
start
your sugar
yeah.
on this baby?
Eventually, yeah, you do fall into that situation where you give them like an allowance. It's like you're married,
okay,
or something like that. But yeah, you are supposed to fucking.
So it's not just like dinner and a movie. It's
no. You buy them clothes,
gifts.
You buy them jewelry, you buy them food. You buy them all the things that they would want. And you basically tell them, don't fuck other people.
Okay.
That's mine. That's the exchange.
All right. Well, I found the article, so fuck you. It's not about candy, first of all. And there's even video, so we can fucking listen to it.
Oh, good.
Yeah. We have to wait for the ad first, though. Always advertising. Always.
Oh, and by the way, at the end of Pretty Woman, they do stay together.
Oh, I was hoping at the end of Pretty Woman, like, they finally start to hook up, and then she just, like, whips out a cock, and she's like, haha, I'm pretty man!
It's like the crying game.
Richard Gere just goes, thank you.
Pretty man.
In the can.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, let's see, what's this shit?
Wait, can I just read this
Please
paragraph
do.
about the
typical online dating.
This is talking about Richard Gere.
Hang on. I was trying to hit the pause button. All right.
It says, his leaping from the white limousine and then climbing the outside ladder and steps is a visual urban metaphor for the knight on white horse rescuing the princess from the tower. A childhood fantasy Vivian, that's, what's her face?
Julia.
Yeah.
Roberts.
Yes, Julia Roberts. And the film ends as the two of them kiss on the fire escape.
Oh, so Richard Gere is the first white knight.
Maybe he's not a sugar daddy. He's trying to rescue her.
And then further on, he was in the movie First Night.
That's true.
Holy shit!
Oh my god!
Arguably a better movie.
Pretty Woman was the prequel to First Night.
Jesus.
It was the first white knight.
Which was then all the prequel to Dark Knight.
You constantly go from the stupidest person I know to the most brilliant.
I told you, everything is connected.
Keep up with you.
Wait,
you are a fucking you are a cloud atlas of absurdity.
That's why I say everything's interconnected, because that way, if I say everything's interconnected, occasionally something does seem like it is. Validates me.
Yes. All right. Here's the fucking article that's not about candy.
Cooking, sunsets, a typical online dating profile. Until this section.
Basically.
Okay, there's a picture of how much money you'd be willing to give someone a month. There's the practical level, which this is gonna make you sick. There's practical, which is $1,000 to $3,000 a month. Moderate, which is $3,000 to $5,000 a month, and substantial, which is $5,000 to $10,000.
Well, that makes sense, because if you're going to be a professional hooker, yeah, you're going to want, like, and this is basically a scenario where you are a prostitute.
No, not according to these people, and that's where you are.
Well, hold on. Well, I'm not talking about the sex part. I'm just talking about as a person, you are basically being owned by this person.
No,
you are their property. If they say it or not. It doesn't matter. They're purchasing your companionship.
So you can't have other daddies. Just the one daddy.
Well, I would assume that if you get on the lower end of it, you're probably allowed like 2 or 3.
It's like having a part-time job.
Yeah, exactly.
You have a part-time daddy.
Exactly. If you, if you're making the substantial, you're a full-time girl. Yeah.
I mean, like,
you're a living maid.
When you get to the better levels here, I mean, these women are effectively making like way more than like me. So, I mean, if you're bringing home $5,000 to $10,000 a month, I mean, that's a job you may as well keep. I mean, I might suck some dick for that. That's, can't be that bad.
The allowance you're seeking, I have moderate, which is $3,000 to $5,000
a month. And you heard right, an allowance to date her. Bella, that's not her real name, is paid by...
She looks kind of hot. Yeah, Bella, I can see why Bella's charging moderate. She might even be able to get away with above moderate.
But she does have that voice of like that hot girl from high school that doesn't really have any real life skills that would make her survive other than this.
Well, no shit. Do you think anyone who has real life skills is going to resort to whoring? I mean,
well,
as you'll no doubt hear, I'm sure they will say that this is clearly not prostitution, whatever, but it is.
Yeah.
It's just a nice way of saying it.
Suitors who list their sizable income and net worth, so-called sugar daddies, meaning sugar babies, on the website seekingarrangement.com.
I'm able to live the lifestyle I want without slaving for it.
Well,
kind of
you are.
Not so much slaving, more of indentured servitude, really.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Like, how do you say that into a camera straight-faced? How do you, well, you see, as you can clearly understand, this allows me to live the life, the quality of life that I'm accustomed to, without having to really, do anything. Well, you kind of have to be someone's slave. That's not fun.
I'm being taken care of by someone I truly care for.
How can you truly care for them? You're selecting them based on their monetary value.
Well, I care about their wallet.
Notice she didn't say love. I care about.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
I care about my cat. I care about my apartment. I care about my couch. I love my couch. I love sitting on it. I think I love my couch more than she loves the guy that she's with.
I think I love this drink of Surge more than she loves her fucking your friend there.
Oh, with every gulp of cum she chugs down, she's just hearing dollars like ka-ching, ka-ching.
I'm telling you, these girls a lot of times are not hooking up with the dudes.
Bullshit. They're saying they're not, but they are. Because if you're a dude and you're paying this fucking much money and you're not getting your dick wet,
this is why I brought up this fucking article, because there's a certain part if they don't say it, then I'll read it.
Okay.
Because there's a part where they get into that.
Yeah.
And I want you to hear the reason.
Okay.
And they're caring for me.
This is the same website that police say Alex Tickleman used to meet.
Tickleman?
That's an alias. Has to be.
Alex Tickleman, come on! You can never trust Alex Tickleman. We get our last names based on some occupation from long ago. All right, we have here Ryan Smith. He was a wonderful Smith back in the day, and then we have Alex Tickleman.
Don't ask, just accept.
Just accept.
Move on.
It's Alex Tickleman.
Meet Google executive Forrest Hayes. Tickleman is accused in his murder and dubbed a...
Oh, that's a girl.
Wait.
Tickleman's a girl.
Google executive?
Wait, what's going on? I'm sorry.
The girl is Alex Tickleman.
All right, the girl is Alex Tickleman. Who the fuck got murdered? What the fuck just happened here?
A Google executive who got her as a sugar baby.
Yeah.
And then she killed him.
Oh, okay.
We'll hear more about this as I click play. You fucking non-paying attention, stick with the story person.
I'm sorry, this wasn't a murder story. This was about how people got sugar daddies.
Well, much as I often say to you and you to others, you have all the information I do. We'll have to keep listening.
All right.
High-end Silicon Valley call girl. Police say she used the website to meet her clients. The company says Tickleman was one of its users, but her profile raised no red flags.
Seeking arrangement is in no way or form a prostitution or escorting service.
This is Angela Jacob Bermudo, who is representing seekingarrangement.com. How many times do you think she's had to give that speech before?
Yeah, because it's legally required so that the police won't arrest her for
There's
escort
no way,
services.
shape, or form any sort of prostitution. We are simply taking people who mutually benefit from their companionship together for them to connect with their genitals, and there's nothing else.
We are a dating website.
That's the...
How can you be a dating website if you select someone based on their monetary value? Well, I guess that is dating for women.
That was
some
a
of
stupid
them.
question.
Intent of the website, insists the company. It was started in 2000.
Oh my god. I know you can't see this right now, but the dude who started Seeking Arrangement is absolutely who you would think would start Seeking Arrangement.
If I go over there and I see a picture of you, I swear to God. Yep.
What a doofus!
Oh my God.
There is no way he would get a girl to talk to him unless he gave them money.
You touch my penis.
Yes, I'm sure he sounds just like that. Touch my penis. What kind of creature is that you just created?
It dribbles when I'm excited.
Oh, don't touch it too much. Oh, it's too late.
It's sleep time.
What the That's a disturbing voice you've come up with. I love it.
What's this guy's name?
Hang on. Back it up a little bit.
Please be a good one. Please be a good one.
The company. It was started in 2006 by a self-described, never-been-kissed MIT nerd, Brandon Wade.
Oh, Brandon Wade.
Brandon Wade.
Hello, my name is Brandon Wade.
Who is exactly what she just said. This dude is a doofus. I mean, I am too, but, like, I totally get it.
You know what, though? Fuck it. Good on him for somehow manipulating these women that are so vapid and stupid to just think to themselves, oh, you know, well, he'll give me lots of money if I let him touch me. Good on him, because you know what? He would never have had gotten a chance in real life to touch these women with his own skills that didn't involve large sums of cash.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
True.
Words to live by, kids.
Former software engineer explained the concept to Outfront 3 years ago.
A sugar baby is defined as a younger woman who usually wants to meet a wealthy man to take care of them. In this case, they are sugar daddies.
Since then, Wade has built a
There's a picture of him with, I don't know, I guess his current girlfriend or whatever.
And?
There's no way she's having sex with him.
She looks so sad. That means that she is.
She is so cute and adorable, and he is so creepy and old.
Yeah, she probably makes him, or he makes her just sit in a chair while he masturbates to her.
He has to, because there's no way she's fucking him.
Don't touch me. Just watch.
There's no way she's touching his, like, mothbally, wrinkly dick.
Oh, yes, she is. And that's why she looks so sad.
$1 million pay-for-play empire with more than 3 million members. Nearly half the women, says the company, are college students, paying for the cost of their education.
Wow. So isn't that always the way?
So are half the strippers in this county.
Yeah, so are half the strippers we've all met. I'm paying for college. What college? What?
Spread your legs, you.
I'm sorry, did I say college? I meant cocaine.
They are not a dating website.
Critics believe the website operates in a gray zone. The exchange of money between visitors is not clearly visible, and the profiles don't necessarily solicit for sex.
Okay, they're showing a picture of like one page of profiles. Every picture shows the girl in a state of almost nudity, in a position that they're about to get fucked.
Yeah.
Just... Yeah, very ambiguous. Hard to tell.
I don't think that that makes it legal in California or any other state where prostitution is illegal. I think it just makes it sticky to prosecute.
Sticky. I'm not in it just for the allowance, but after all, we all are on this site for a reason.
Wait, what?
See? They want to fuck. That's what they're saying. They're in it for the money and the sex.
Oh, really?
Why would they be in it for this? They can get that for free.
in it
Yes, but
just
they also get it
for
with
the
money.
allowance, but
Why not?
after all, we all are on this site for a reason.
In just 2 years,
How fucking
Bill-
pathetic sounding do you have to be to say, like, yes, I'm in it for the allowance? It's like, the allowance. Just using that phrase is like the most demeaning thing I can think of.
I know, the allowance. I'll allow you to spend some money.
Ugh.
I'll let you have this little nugget of cash. Allowance. Ugh.
has put $30,000 towards her college debt. She says she's only been intimate with 2 men, probably fewer partners than other women her age.
So according to her, she's only had sex with 2 men.
I'm less of a slut than people that don't pay for it.
So is she fucking them?
Yes.
That's prostitution.
Yes. But it's one of those things like being paid under the table type mentality. You can't tax it because there's no official transaction of cash.
Yeah. Well, prostitution is under the table too.
Well, I agree. Back seat, under the
Have
table.
you ever paid for a hooker with a credit card?
Have you?
Not exactly a credit card.
I wonder if hookers have like those little iPhone fucking attachments now that you can actually swipe a card now.
What would you count casino chips as?
It's currency.
It's a currency.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, I didn't do that. Maybe.
What is the difference between you and someone who's a paid escort?
An escort gets paid to leave.
I get paid to stay and annoy.
Wait, what the fuck are you? An escort's paid to leave.
Well, yeah, that's the old saying. Hookers are paid to leave. It's a way to make men feel nicer about the situation because...
Yeah, I know. It's just her using that phrase is flat out admitting that she's having sex with the guys.
That's a good point.
She just hangs around
Yeah,
afterwards.
it's like, the escorts, they pay him, and then they leave. I stick around, and he's got to deal with that shit. And then he just keeps paying.
A part of their wealth to see them again.
We help make secure financial tomorrows a reality for over 19 million.
I like that that's the commercial that's playing.
Financial security. Sugar daddy not paying up? Invest in us.
You think any of these hookups lead to actual relationships?
Occasionally, I think they do, but the actual relationship...
They're practically there.
Yeah, I think the actual relationship only exists because it continues. Like she says she's in a relationship and they're in love and they get married and all that shit. But if all of a sudden he became broke instantly, divorce would happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No divorce, she would just fucking disappear.
Yeah. So you think I should go that route?
Not that one specifically, but more of like the traditional sugar daddy route. Not where you like find them online or something like that. You just find a fucking trashy woman that is willing to stick around because you keep paying their bills. And probably the best route.
All right. Well,
you need white trash. That's the ticket. Poor, stupid.
That's the ticket.
Poor, stupid, and the poorer and the stupider, the prettier.
Okay.
Because that means that the more retarded that you get, the more they're willing to forgive you for your physical flaws.
I like where your head's at.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the part of the article that I wanted to get to.
Okay.
Because this is according to both men and women in this article who are saying this.
Of course.
You have some guys who like to spoil and pamper their women by taking them out to nice dinners, buying them gifts. Some maybe help with the utility bills or take them on trips. And there are other guys that will have an ongoing relationship in which they'll say, okay, I'll give you an allowance and you can put this toward whatever your needs are. Now, let's see. Okay. So what do sugar daddies get in return for all their generosity? Surprisingly, sex is not a given. It's obviously on the table, says Cervantes or whoever this is, but there are other motivations. Some of them just wanted to go out and eat, she said. Yes, we're all constantly thinking, God, I wish I could just go out to eat with a woman right now.
Well, no. Well, here's the thing. It's like I can see where they're getting the fine print in this one. They're basically saying sex is not a given, because if it was a given, this would legally be prostitution, which is against the law. Sex is not a given. Sex, just like in a dating situation, is, you might get it. The more you spend on me, the more likely you're going to get it.
I feel like the motivations that they're listing are so pathetic.
Well, yeah, these are pathetic men.
Well, and the woman saying it.
I mean, a lot of times what I could see this being also is that some of these men probably will, they're not interested in actually having like a legitimate relationship or anything like that. They want eye candy to have on their arm because they have a shit ton of money, so they need to compete with other people that have a shit ton of money. So it's all about making themselves look better in the eyes of their equals, basically. So you have a situation where maybe they hook up with one of these girls that doesn't want to just give them sex or something like that, and they're okay with that because they get all the benefits of having a hot girlfriend without actually having to be physically attractive to get that.
But like the whole core part that makes it all worthwhile, you don't have.
Maybe they allow them to jerk off to them in the dark.
How's that any better than porn?
These guys are guys that have never really had the chance to see a real naked girl in front of them.
That's what strip clubs are for.
Alone, on their own, in their own situation. So a situation they can control.
You were with me that last time we went to the strip club. You can practically get that at this one particular strip club.
Yeah, that one particular one. That's not like that all of them.
Well, then I'm just thankful that I live near that one. Because that place is fucking ridiculous.
Oh, you got Phil's attention.
Phil, we'll talk after. I'll let you in on a few things.
Deal.
I can recommend a good strip club. Let's see. Sex isn't the only motivator for sugar daddies, according to Brandon Wade, the founder. Some also just want to help struggling young women.
Fuck you.
I just want to help young women.
To my penis.
Let's see. There's one particular part that I'm looking for.
Just let me help you.
Are you struggling? I'll help you.
Do you need your bills paid? I'll pay them. Just a tip. Just a tip.
What is this creature you've created? Let's see. 23-year-old started engaging in relationships with older, wealthy men after moving away from home at 18. An older colleague saw she was having trouble supporting herself, so he started inviting her on golf trips with his friends and buying her gifts. Oh, that must have been a blast, her and a bunch of old men playing golf. Ugh. Gross.
No, she was loving it, though. All the fucking attention.
The man told her, "You're only going to be young and hot for so long. Take advantage of it while you can."
We're only going to actually want you here for a couple more years. After that, you're on your fucking own.
God, both sides of this equation are so vapid.
It's actually good. The way that they're wording that is they're trying to give them good advice, actually. Listen, you're going to earn a lot of money right now, but it's only for right now.
Oh, now here's the part I was looking for. Here's where you get like the mental health specialists and their opinions.
Yeah.
Who are supposed to be like the really well educated and thoughtful opinion
Why
about
are
the
they
mentality.
never?
And they never are. Atlanta-based licensed mental health therapist Harrison Davis said sugar relationships are all about power and youth. On one hand, he said, these relationships remind the men of a more carefree time in their own lives. On the other hand, there's a great sense of control. They can take things away and limit the amount of money they're going to spend on the young lady. They can steer the relationship in any direction they want to. Let's see.
Yeah, so they're controlling misogynistic shitheads.
Like, so the implication is that they just like controlling women.
Yeah, they like getting back at them.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, they spent all of their youth being shot down repeatedly, nonstop by beautiful women, moderately attractive women, ugly women, all women, never being touched, never going to the prom, never going on a first date, never getting laid.
Yeah.
Then they make it successful for themselves in the business world. They make a lot of fucking money, and now all of a sudden they're in that situation where they can look back and go, you know what? It's time for a little fucking payback. I'm gonna make those
Fuck
bitches
that.
pay.
Why would you be like, you know what? It's time for a little make up for lost time.
That's the problem. You have people that will go that route, and then you have assholes that will go the other route.
That's fucked up. If you spend money...
If you're jaded enough, you will do horrible, awful things to humans.
I feel like that's beyond jaded. That's like mentally fucking sick.
They're the ISIS of white knights.
Wow. Wow. You're right.
Pussy jihadists. Jizhadists.
Vag-hodists. Fucking terrorist white knights. Or no, they're red pills technically at that point, aren't they?
Yeah.
The white knights have turned red pills, so these are the terrorist white pills. Or red pills, white knight. I can't get it all fucking straight. It's too much shit to keep track of. God damn it. Jesus Christ.
Fucking thing sucks.
That comes in so quiet.
You are quiet.
Sorry.
Well, that's just great. Let's go home.
So yes, let's go home and you get on that website and
what, eHarmony?
No, well, yeah, that one too.
What was it called again?
Yeah. Phil needs to know.
Seekingarrangement.com.
All right.
How much was the lowest fee?
Like starts at like $1,000 a month.
$1,000 a month? Come on, you can do that.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can do it if you give up like everything else in your life.
Phil's entering this furiously into his phone. Must save this for
well,
later.
I mean, they only showed like a partial image. I mean, for all I know, it could go down lower.
It can get lower.
Maybe there's like $500 a month. Maybe I could look at that.
Oh, you're gonna get bottom of the barrel for that.
Sir,
missing teeth.
Have you seen what I end up with usually? It's fine.
Yeah, those are the people you get for free. Imagine what you have to pay for.
Well, if I'm paying, it'll be better.
Maybe.
I'm not going to pay for a sugar baby. That's fucking stupid.
Come on, try it at least once. Do it for a month.
What you get from a sugar baby is like just someone's companionship. That I can get.
You really gonna believe what they said in that article about that? Sex isn't a given. Of course it's a fucking given.
Hold on a
No,
second.
it's not.
There are sugar mamas as well.
Whoa, hold on.
Whoa. Well,
Game just fucking changed everything. All right, let's sign up. So, I'll charge $10
Wait
a
a
month.
minute.
Ben $5. Phil,
What
I'll
the
give you
fuck is wrong with
15.
you? The only one here who's got a shot is Phil.
That's why I'm giving him $15 a month.
Phil's a strapping young lad. You and I are past our prime, and you're already taken anyway.
Damn
it. I have little to offer.
All right, if we whore out Phil, we can get like a 10% cut.
Why? He can do it himself.
We're his fucking pimps now.
How?
Yeah, if you guys do all the organizing,
Yeah,
the
we'll do it.
scheduling.
Oh, okay.
I can cut you in on that.
Yeah, I mean, hey, he's going to have a lot of fucking things to keep his mind on about, like, keeping his sugar mama happy. We got to keep all the business papers rolling.
I'm going to need gas in my car.
Yeah.
A lot of things.
That's true.
You could make us a lot of fucking money.
So the three of us working together could do the job of one normal man.
Yes.
That sounds about right.
Yep.
Fuck you. I have Phil, damn it.
God damn it.
All right, let's go. Tired and bored of you, Josh.
I'm bored of me too.
I'm not.
I know.
You're a delight. You create such creepy characters.
I want to touch you all night long.
Need your bills paid. I hope you.
I would love you. Oh God, it's beeping.
I want like your drawing of what this thing looks like.
Oh, you'll have it.
I know. That's what I'm telling you. I imagine like it's some sort of Gollumish creature.
Yeah, wispy hair.
Yeah,
definitely
very,
wispy hair.
Very
involved.
wispy. Maybe like a porn stash.
Yeah.
Big glasses.
Gold chain.
Big glasses.
Gold chains.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? That's weird.
Look at my bling.
Look at my bling. I got it for you so I can be attractive. You can show me off to all your friends.
I'll make you moist.
Why are you always so dry down there? I'll moisten it.
Oh, God, that's so terrifying.
Oh, yeah, now you hear it. You see how gross it is?
But add the visual to it, too. like a gollumy little man. Like, I'll get down there for you. I'll give you moisty panties.
It's the same for you. It's terrifying and gross. I'm glad you got to see it.
I play with your little clitoris.
It's so dry down here. Even the crabs are bringing canteens. I'll help you out.
Let's turn this desert into a beach.
I'm gonna coat you in saliva until you're all lubricated.
Yeah, saliva's not doing the trick. We're gonna need some heavy duty.
Alright, I'm done. I fuck you. What is wrong with you?
Everything.
Let's go.
Alright.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.